Really? Thank you. Oh my goodness. I've been talking all that time and I thought that people could hear me. Thank you so much for letting me know that you could not hear me because... Wow. Well, I was hardly saying anything. The main thing I was saying was that I am late. Sorry. I was also saying I need to get to work on Adventure April because I am late on that. I was also saying we were sprinting for 13 minutes. I also said that you can join the Discord and join the sprint. What else did I say? I don't know. Probably nothing. But thank you for letting me know because that was very annoying when that happens. Oh, I also did say when you said good morning, I said it is still morning for just a minute where I am, but it's now 12 p.m. So it's not morning for me anymore, but I did say good morning back to you. The sprint begins. We have 13 minutes on the sprinting clock for all you sprinters out there. I am very annoyed at the fact that I was talking all that time and not... not being heard. Oh, that's fine. I guess you guys heard the, nature sounds in the background still. Okay. So I need to fix this Adventure April. Hopefully I can get this done in time. I also said hello to Josiah Source and thank you for redeeming Make Someone Laugh. That's what I said. We are a couple of hours apart. Yes. So, wow, that's interesting. I wonder how many hours. 2? Or is it like 3? Oh yes, I've been looking up something cool that I want to do for summer because we talked about we're probably going to put the tea kettle away in the summer and we're probably going to have like mocktails. So I've been looking up these mocktail variety packs and they're each one, it comes like how like a sampler. So there's so many different ones in the pack, and if you guys redeem it, I will have it where you guys can choose which mocktail you want me to use, and they are single serve little bottles that I pour into a bigger drink. And so I just need to figure out what I'm gonna have for the base of the mocktail. Probably some kind of neutral sparkling water or something. So we'll see about that, and then we'll add in the flavor, mix it up, probably put a little umbrella in it or something like that, and that will be the redeem for summer. Yeah, so hopefully that I'm excited about that. I was like, how am I gonna do this? Because if I make the mocktails where we where I have to like go down to the kitchen and make something, it's just gonna be kind of annoying. Unless I'm like showing you guys what I'm making. But if it's just gonna be like simple, pick something, pour it in, drink it, that's the best thing I can think of. Captain Inkpen is here! Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. Sorry for being late. I know I was supposed to stream like an hour ago. It's just a sprinting stream to catch up on writing before the end of the month, or is it okay if I redeem or read my work to show something up after the 30-minute sprint? You can actually do it now. It is not a 30-minute sprint. It's almost over already because it was just a 13-minute sprint. It's fine. Yeah, you can always redeem something. If the redeems are up, you have permission to redeem it. But I did see, and I actually had it. I'm telling you, I don't know if this is what you want me to show on stream, but I am telling you right now, I have in another tab. It is called The Murder of a Smile. Is that what you were going to redeem? Because I saw you talking about that in your tent, and I was like, and you said, I'm not really satisfied with it. I think the readers won't like it. And then today I saw you also did comment in the what are you working on and ask for feedback. And I had that tab up for a while, and I'm like, I've never been able to get to it. I've been wanting to read it, and I scrolled through it, and I'm like, I think that it's short enough for me to read it, but every time I try to read it, I just can't. So I was literally gonna be reading it reading it in the background, like while we're sprinting or something, just reading it on stream, because this is the only time I can have some time to actually read it. But yeah, if you want me to show it on stream, I can, of course. Sneak past you? What? I don't understand. Colonel's here. Hello, Colonel. Big Black Guy Reviews has redeemed a read a scripture card. Okay, so we will read that. Hello, Colonel, and hello, Big Black Guy. Welcome to the stream, you guys. How are you today? Thank you for joining us. Okay, scripture card time. Colonel, how are you? Yes, hello, Colonel. 7:47 on the sprinting clock for all you sprinters out there. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Just wanted to make sure it was not something that I already read before. I should like take the ones I used out and put them like in that thing. But it's okay. I'll probably remember. If not, it's fine. All right, this one says Psalm 55:22. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. I'm so annoyed by this autofocus. Every time I try to turn off the oh, there we go. Yay! It's so clear. I love it. Okay. Thank you. Oh no, I spilled them all. Okay. Thank you again, sorry, to Big Black Guy for redeeming those. Good morning, fellow brothers, sisters, and Christ. Good morning, Big Black Guy. How are you today? Much love. It is technically not morning for me anymore. I know that you are behind me in time. But good morning to you. Yes, Colonel, in our D&D game, I did sneak. I didn't really sneak past her. We had to talk to her. It was Owl who was being sneaky that time. Yeah, I dropped those. Sorry. Okay. You're glad work is over? Great. I'm glad work is over too for you. It is quite nice to read. Yes. Okay, great. YS Books, hey, how are you? It's been a while. How are you? Blake Black Guy says, hanging on to morning by an hour here. Yes, you're just an hour behind me. Una is a couple of hours behind me. So that's the good thing about time zone. But guess what? Colonel is ahead of all of us. Colonel is already, it's probably 5 p.m. for Colonel. Captain says, I am saving up my points. Yes, of course. A captain loves to save up points and stall the end of my streams. Okay, great. You've redeemed it. Great. Okay, so we have 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the chat, in the sprint. But we're going to see if we can read this within the 5 minutes. I don't know if we can or not, but we're going to see, because I already had it up. The clock will still be up in the corner for those of you who still want to sprint, and I'm going to showcase the screen. I cannot say it. Everyone, this is Una's story called The Murder of a Smile. It sounds like intriguing already. Big Black Guy says, go to bed, Colonel. Because it's 5 p.m. Well, that's an early bedtime. Yep, that is early to go to bed. Una says, meant to answer before. You were doing nice things today. Evil phase is on pause. Haha. YS Book says, recovering from yesterday, a medical helicopter landed in my neighbor's yard. There was some type of accident. You still don't know the details? Oh no. Sending all the prayers, love and hugs to you and your neighbor. That is quite scary. I have never seen a medical helicopter land so close. I haven't seen one land at all. And in a neighbor's backyard. That is scary. So, yes, sending prayers your way. That is scary. I pray that everything's all right over there. Okay. But thank you for dropping by the stream. Yeah, let me know if you need anything. All right, so we're gonna, now we have like 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Why is everybody telling Colonel to go to bed? He's just 5 hours ahead. It's 5 p.m. He just got off work. He doesn't have to go to bed yet. I thought it was landing at my house, but when you looked out the window, the helicopter was in the yard. Oh man, that must be really scary. Like, to hear it come that close, you're probably like, is it landing? And then you look and it really is landing. That is scary. Captain says, prayers in the chat. Yes, Black Guy has started a bedtime revolution. I guess everybody's going to start going to bed at 5 p.m. You didn't know medical helicopters existed? Yeah, so medical helicopters are kind of like the ambulance. All right, so since I know we're not going to be able to read this story in 2 minutes, so I'm going to put this back up for those of you who are sprinting. Much success with the words. We're just going to continue to talk. Captain, a medical helicopter is, you know, like an ambulance, how an ambulance comes when you need help. It's just like a helicopter that does that. So usually that means it's really severe, where they can't really load you into a vehicle, but instead they will airlift you to a hospital. Usually that kind of thing happens when, you know, there's like some kind of cliff accident or something. Somebody's in a remote location. Usually doesn't happen very often, like in the city or something, unless something really is going on. So that's why I think it sounds really severe. So I do pray that everybody's okay over there. That is very weird. But if like you live in a rural area where it's hard to get to you, maybe a helicopter would have been faster than a vehicle trying to get on the road. You saw a motorcycle but didn't hear a crash? Oh no. Una says, where my mom grew up, when she was little, they had that instead of a regular ambulance. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it depends on if you live in a remote place, it might be way faster and more economical to actually like just get a helicopter to fly over everything, especially if you have so many winding roads, or if it's like a mountain or something that is just too hard to get to you. Like even in some place like New York or something like that, if the traffic is way too much, sometimes it makes more sense to just fly a helicopter over there, because the ambulance is not going to be able to get through traffic in time. Captain has started a new hashtag go to bed Colonel. Yes, it does sound expensive, but that just shows that it must have been really important, because usually they're not going to dispatch those kinds of resources if it's not necessary. Like, they're not going to send that out. So I do hope everybody's okay. That sounds very dire. We have 33 minutes left on the chat. Yes. Does Will-O-Wisp have those? Well, Will-O-Wisp does have helicopters. Will-O-Wisp, as an organization, doesn't have like a medical team. They're more for spies. But of course, a medical helicopter can exist in that world. But Will-O-Wisp just doesn't have paramedics or anything as an organization. But yeah. Time's up on the sprinting clock for all you sprinters out there. And if you did any words, cool, feel free to put them in the chat. If not, no worries. We are going to immediately head into... Wait. Big Black Guy, you redeemed... Oh yes, you redeemed scripture card. Okay, I did that. Okay. Yeah. All right, great. I thought somebody redeemed a random wheel or something. Colonel says, all of you need to go to bed. Yes, if everybody wants Colonel to go to bed. No medic team. Yeah, no. Will-O-Wisp just is about spies. They don't really have... The only kind of medic teams they have is for their own spies. And they are stationed, like, at hospitals in remote locations. They don't send out hospital staff to assist regular people. Colonel is very annoyed by everybody telling him to go to bed. Yeah, so basically, Will-O-Wisp is just about spies. So if a spy gets hurt, what happens is a spy will just go to a Will-O-Wisp hospital location. They don't really have ambulances to, like, be in the city to come get somebody. Like, if they do have to pick up a spy because they're too injured to come, they would just send, like, another spy to pick them up and then take them to a medical facility. Una says, dangerous suggestion for Colonel, suggesting everybody else go to bed, but Una just might follow it. Colonel wants Evil Inkpen to go to bed. I know Inkpen is just 1 hour behind me. Just like YS Books, I think. 1 hour behind me? Who? Big Black Guy is also 1 hour behind me? I don't know. But that's still kind of early. The bed is me. Yep. You guys are all like an hour behind me. Colonel is 5 hours in front of me. Una is a couple of hours behind me. I don't think anybody else here is in my time zone except for I think Josisaurus was here earlier if he's not still here. So anyways, this sprint is over. Great. Let's go ahead and read in a story. I will put the link in the chat again if you'd like to read along. It is called The Murder of a Smile, which is already a very intriguing name. Thank you to Una for redeeming for me to read your work. And now there is the meeting tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? What should I tell? It's not their fault. I don't want to be a ward. Fulgor rambled as he expertly changed the baby's diaper for a clean one. Some kids want to, you know, but it's scary because what if they are mean? He decided to interpret the gurgling answer as a word of encouragement. You're right. No point in succumbing to panic either. The only thing I've ever managed with that is to make the grave deeper, he admitted, as he easily secured the nappy's pins. He was quiet for a moment as he started to put the diaper bag in order, but he soon went back to panicking aloud. It's just, what happens if they hate me? I don't want to be hated by the people who decide the rest of my life, you know? And yes, I will have plenty of chances to make a mistake in the future, but it's kinda early for... He interrupted his rant, suddenly mesmerized with the encounter of an unexpected idea. What happened with kids if the potential guardian changed their mind before the adoption process? He threw the diaper in the wash and ran to the archive. Not a second later, he came back to make sure there wasn't any cloths or other type and see that the machine had the right setting. He confirmed that everything was working fine and nobody would be inconvenienced. Then he ran to the archive. Now that everyone has gone to their rooms except for the toddler that had fallen asleep under the table, Fulgor was alone with his thoughts. He tried to put his full attention on the patterns of the sun hat he was weaving, but his mind kept coming back to the memory of the woman that would definitely become his guardian. A week before, when he was told that he had been chosen to be a ward, he had felt like throwing up. Not 4 hours ago, as the aristocrat's servants respectfully bowed and recited that they were waiting for his next visit, he had barely held it long enough to reach an area where people wouldn't have to witness it. A visit, they had said. But they all knew that the next time he crossed that threshold, he would be an inhabitant of the house, not a guest. and there was nothing he could do about it anymore. He had missed his chance, and now it was practically written in stone. He felt just as the fire dancing out of existence in the common room's hearth. I heard you make a good impression. I heard you make a good impression, a raspy voice said behind him, somewhere by the stairs. He turned around by reflex, not recognizing the voice, though it was familiar enough to know it was one of the girls of the orphanage. Effigy? Is it Effigy? I don't know. Effigy? I don't know. Was on the fourth step of the stairs. Third. Second. Not a single sound until she added, "The manor was worried that you could try to sabotage the meeting, you know. People seem to believe that you didn't want to be adopted." Believe it? Everyone knew it. And he had went to the meeting with every intention to sabotage the process. But that plan had failed, and he was doomed. Worst of all, now he understood that he was set for the worst possible kind of adoption. "I heard she's kind of evil," she said nonchalantly. "That she's not," he sighed. "Is it just bad luck then? I mean, that's a peculiar amount of..." She made quotes with her fingers.
I know.
Lost wards.
Everyone loves me. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Samara's here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. And you have renewed your subscription. 3-month streak. Thank you so much, Samar. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Sorry about that. Samar has made a grand entrance. Okay. Would you stop? He cut her off. I'm already aware of the mess I'm in. She smiled, her hand still on the air. It wasn't a cruel smile, or a kind one. It was a scary version of a teacher's pride after the student gets the answer on their own. Good, she said, finally letting her hands down and adopting a determined tone that sounded way more natural than the casualness from before. Do you want to know how to get out? Oh, now he recognized the smile. This was a seller who knew that the buyer had already bit the hook. They walked down the children's secret passageway. At this point, it was probably not even a secret, since at least a couple of the kids had grown up to become part of the orphanage staff. Even so, it remained open and unguarded, a sort of leniency for those who dared to escape to the beach once in a while, or maybe a setup. Either way, the path was there for those who wanted to avoid chores and get forbidden fun. It wasn't a way to run from the lonely building on Dorota Cliff. There were no means to leave the hidden beach other than going up the same stairs, and more important, the orphans had nowhere to go. That part still bothered Fulgor. Effigy's plan, sorry if I'm butchering this name, to start over made all the sense in the world for her. He could end up in a lot of trouble by moving into a Riddler's city. In theory, they respected the limits imposed by the country, but that was in part because the signers stay away, right? The Riddlers had been close to destroying their culture during the invasions, and were probably still resented of how they had been the ones who ended up conquered. The city of Gracia could be seen as a self-imposed imprisonment instead of a fortress for those who refused to follow the trading laws but knew they couldn't fight the country. He was sure that the inhabitants of the place resented the restrictions ruling them now. What if they took it on signers like himself? One way or another, it was too soon and too late to worry about that. The ship was there, waiting for the couple of fugitives, though they provided the payment as arranged and jumped in, becoming temporary members of the crew. One of the sailors recognized her as a Riddler, and there was a bit of discontent But Fulgore explained that despite she had always been at the orphanage and knew nothing from the invaders' culture. Besides, a deal was a deal, right? For the next months, they alone were in charge of keeping the boat clean. That wasn't exactly part of the payment, which had been more than a regular client would have given to travel in a passenger's boat to the place they needed to reach. But they didn't have a home, let alone a business of their own, so they were expected to work for someone else. The traders, in this case, since they were on their ship. He was often summoned to do other chores or even volunteered for activities that were extremely unpleasant, but that didn't mean that he would contribute less with the task he shared with Effigie. She was apparently happy to clean each corner as long as she was unnoticed, but he wouldn't let anyone else carry a burden alone, especially if they were supposed to be a team. It was a surprise, though, how easy and fun it was to work with her. More than anything, it was a surprise to find out that she seemed to be having fun too. Not with cleaning, or about being disliked by a couple of people on the ship, but around Fulgore. They talked more over the first month of travel than they have done living under the same roof during almost a decade. They had worked together in some chores back then, and she at least had plenty of free time, so he wondered why they had interacted so little. "I didn't know you could be so funny," he confessed one night as he caught his breath after laughing about an old story from the orphanage. "How is it that I never knew anything about you?" "Nobody did. How could any of you have guessed that the daughter of a war criminal is a normal person?" she answered, and despite her best attempts to play it down, he could see that it hurt her to know that everyone saw her that way. I think you guys are in ads. If you're in ads, please exclamation point ads. I will pause if you are in an ad, but if you're not in an ad, let me know. Let me catch up on the chat while there are possibly ads. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, so Samar, if you're still here, I don't think you see ads because you're subscribed. Sorry to hear you're still sick, but thank you for making an appearance. But if you have to go, that's fine. I appreciate you. Much love. Sun Ohio-chan, I think you're in an ad probably. Thank you for the celebrations and for the butterflies. Alright, you guys are in the ads. Okay. Well, the guy says, I got a Spanish shampoo commercial, then some car commercial. Alright. The ads should be over soon. In the meantime, I will quickly just start dancing until you guys come back. If you're back from the ad, let me know so I can stop dancing. If you're back from the ad, let me know so that I can stop dancing. If you're back from the ads, let me know so that I can stop dancing. Samara says, I am here, just suspiciously quiet. That's okay. Una says, that's an interesting combination of commercial. It is. Back from the ads. Thank you, Wild Sugai. Alright, so those of you who are back from the ads, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Sun Ohio-chan, are you here still? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Captain Inkpen is back. You can never stop dancing, says Samar. None of you gone to bed yet, says Colonel. Your hair would look so awesome in the wind. Yes, that makes sense. A Spanish shampoo commercial and then get in the car. Don't stop dancing. See, this is why nobody said that they were back from the ads, because they wanted me to keep dancing. Okay, anyway, Sun Ohio-chan, if you are still here, we are currently reading a story by Una called The Murder of a Smile, which is very intriguing. So we're going to continue reading that. It's almost over. Okay, UFO and internet ads were strange. UFO ads? Are they trying to sell you a UFO? Okay. He felt like apologizing, but she clearly didn't want to hear that. Or anything else, and was already back to cleaning. It's not your fault, he said. The things they did have nothing to do with you. I know everyone is hard on you because your dad was so high-ranked, but the decisions he made, the things he ordered, and what they both did, none of that is your fault. She didn't answer at first. He didn't expect her to do it when she talked. I know that, and I know that you would have seen me as me and not as their daughter. If I had given you the chance, you were the kind to do that. Always looking at people, looking for needs to provide for. Something in her tone made it sound like that wasn't a good thing. I keep my distance from everyone because it's safer that way. But I know you aren't a dangerous person. That's why I asked you for help instead of anyone else. Others were more interested in running away, but I didn't dare to approach them. From my perspective, it was lucky that you ended up in a situation where you needed to escape too. Why do you need help, though? You have it all planned. No captain would have made a deal with an orphan from my kind, no matter how much money I could offer. Don't you remember that they made questions? They barely accepted me being your friend, and with your explanations about how I am one of you. He hasn't really lied. She has really been raised as a citizen, even if no one talked to her because of her family history. But they wouldn't have trusted her alone. You are one of us, he smiled, even when she wasn't looking at him. She must have read the emotion, though, because when she turned around, she was smiling too. She smiled a lot these days, in a way that was very different from her triumphant smile. By the second month at the trader's ship, Fulgore had gotten his own room, and his friend has quietly made her way into a bed in a shared cabin. But they still spend more time on a dark storage room or looking at the stars as they whisper or laugh loudly about the past they didn't share and their plans for the future. I meant it when I said you're one of us, he dared to comment once. We could stay and just be like everyone else. We could keep cleaning the ship now for money instead of as a bonus from letting us come with them, she laughed. Or sell quilts to this poor people. Oh, we would be selling quilts, but that's when we have enough money to buy materials and a little house on the cliff. So we would be back to the life we had before running away? Oh, it seemed to me that you loved it, she teased, and he laughed. Maybe she was right. Would you have stayed to work at the orphanage if they let you choose? Fiji asked. He shook his head. I don't laugh, but I was planning to become a messenger, or maybe a merchant. She looked at him, surprised. It seemed as if she was about to ask something, but she didn't. It was him who questioned her about her own plans as a child. She blinked at him, now utterly shocked. Did you really think... Well, I guess you did stand a chance. But orphans usually become wards, she said. Didn't it bother you? He asked, but immediately laughed and said, Well, of course it did. You made an escape plan. They had no baggage to carry when they left the ship in nearest port to the border. It was just them and the little money they had left, the exact amount to ride the guards past the border once they had managed to arrive there. If they managed to arrive. I thought you had been given a few things, she observed. Did your friends take their presents back now that you're not selling with them? He didn't answer immediately, so she stopped midway and demanded to know what he was hiding. I'm not... He started to say a lie, but he knew she was running out of time. Effie, come back with me. What? If they know you, the crew would be your friends too. And nobody out of Dorota knows who your parents are. You can... What? Pretend I'm not a Riddler? She said, her eyes half closed as if trying to spot a sign of treason or danger. Spend the rest of my life pretending magic can't hear me to pass as one of you? If you... Can't. I'm not staying here. That place is dangerous for me. Effigie. No, it isn't. They live at peace. And even if it was a problem, it wouldn't be as bad as this country is to me. But I know they have their reasons, but I still want better, and you should too. Even if the others are nice, you would work for the traders. You would never be free. We are orphans. That was never a possibility. It is if we cross the border. He shook his head. He couldn't risk it. She gave him the same inviting look from that first night, and he felt like crying because he knew he would never see that expression again. But he stepped back, away from the path that would lead her home. It felt like treason to abandon her when she still had a long way to walk, but it wasn't his path. You're letting me down? Me of all people? She barked. He took another step back. She sighed and looked away, but when she faced him again, she was smiling. I guess we are just too different to be together. It was good while it lasted, I suppose. She seemed to be okay, and he decided to believe that. He chose to ignore that something in her eyes just disappeared forever. Something Fulgore couldn't describe or define. But seeing it gone made him feel like a murderer. But he drowned the idea by telling himself that it was okay to abandon her, because of all of his efforts to make everyone happy hadn't stopped people from abandoning him when he faced a horrible fate. He knew there was something wrong in that logic, a detail he was missing, but he quieted that down too. He would be back to being helpful and friendly as soon as he was back at the ship. But this time, just this time, he would take care of himself. He knew he will never see her again. He knew he would never be free. But he had to find a life that wasn't really that bad. A life as happy as he could get. So he smiled back, and they hugged and said goodbye. Sometimes an ending was nothing but a separate beginnings. Interesting. Okay. So Una's note is a short story that will probably become part of the Foreseer's Path once I'm finally finished working on that properly, or should I say if I ever try to publish that collection. It takes place in Gihi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these things right. One of those big worlds with lots of cultures that are mostly built around the same principles, which in this case aren't either nice or good, but it works for them, so who are we to judge? So far, the Riddlers are the only ones in that world who don't follow that principle. They were violent against their neighbors, doing wrong things for kind of right reasons, and paid a high price for them. Okay. So this is from a collection of short stories that have not yet been translated. So you might have to rewrite them. Thanks again to Una for sharing that. I appreciate that. Let's alright, let's see. Catch up on chat. Wild Guy says, my smile got murdered long ago. The one you see is fake. Oh man. Sending hugs. Colonel says, the smile was actually stolen by me. Una says, I'm surprised Inkpen didn't celebrate Samar's suspicious quietness. Okay. Everybody wants a UFO. Okay. Yes, of course, Una Quintista is a storyteller. Who would have guessed? Oh, I see. Yes, drama. Well, Zoo Guy says that was a fumble. L logic. Sad, just sad, says Inkpen. No, he broke her, says Tamar. Okay. Great. Thank you for Yep, L logic meaning, so when people say W logic, that means win. Like, this is very weird. This is a funny thing. Pause. I'm just weird. Maybe it's because I'm just older than this new generation, but people say stuff like W vids. And it's like, what does that mean? It's saying that your video is good because it gets a W, which is a win. Of course, Wild Guy says, I got this from Joe. Exactly. Joe says this kind of stuff all the time. So then if you say L vids, that means, yeah, always blame Joe. Honestly, he remember he was like saying, when we were watching something or listening to someone something, he started saying like W Stewart and stuff. And I was like, wait, what? But yeah, so W means win, L means lose. So basically, Wild Zoo Guy thinks that the guy here basically did a loser move by leaving the girl behind. Wild Zoo Guy obviously wouldn't have done that. Wild Zoo Guy is like, you know, this girl is somebody who he really enjoys being with. Why is he doing that? Like, why are you doing that? So he says, L. I think we can blame the song All Star. Oh, yes. She was looking okay, no, I'm not even gonna sing that. Okay, Stewart, LOL, yes. In the setting, riddlers are a civilization that, among other things, who learn magic words as opposed to signers who learn magic gestures. Yes. Yeah, so basically he made a hard decision. Wild Zoo Guy I just think that Wild Zoo Guy, if he was this person, he would probably make a hard decision the other way around. Yep, it's a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Yeah, he messes up. It sets them both on bad paths. Yeah, I could tell. While the guy was joking about Batman because the Riddler, yeah. When I saw the word Riddler, I automatically thought of Batman as well. But yeah, I get it. That is a very interesting story. Thank you for sharing that, Una. And yeah, I would love to learn more about that world because that was very interesting. You never remembered that's what he's called? Yes, he's called the Riddler, and he has a top hat and a question mark staff, I think. Yeah. Batman likes a good riddle, yeah. Well. You have all the question marks on his green suit, yes. Huh, so yeah, for the feedback, you wanted feedback. So the main things that I saw... Okay, so a lot of it is probably mainly just coming from the fact that it's translated. So that's I'm just going to skip over those things. That's fine. Sometimes, you know, certain grammar and words, due to it being translated, is going to be a little bit different. But you do such a good job. I'm like, people who are able to speak more than one language are just amazing. And writing in more than one language is very amazing. So... besides that, just the story as a whole, if you're saying the feedback you want from it, I would say, I guess how it comes on to him, like talking in his own head while he's changing a diaper, that was like a good scene. Like, I can imagine the scene playing out, like if it was a movie or something like that. Yes, they are smart. I did wonder, like, when he left the baby. I mean, me just as a person, Samar says, I genuinely thought it was a wordy piece, but we made her put it in unusual words at some point. Oh yeah, that would have been funny. Like, oh, I saw you said something about ad-libs. That's what you meant? Thinking to yourself while changing a diaper? That stinks, says Wild Zoo Guy. Colonel says the Riddler changing Batman's diaper? Oh no. Okay, so my immediate thought, I guess, just because I'm... Yep, Mad Libs. Just because I'm... Yep, I know. The games. Mad Libs, yep. Which is what I just call Funny Feelin' because it's just a knockoff. Technically, though, in Spanish, but wrote in English. Thought of in Spanish, I guess. Written in English. It was one of the news stories, and those had no Spanish version. Oh, that's fine. I was happy with the story for that scene. Oh, nice. Yep, I did have to put up with a baby last Thursday for the D&D game. A vampiric baby changeling. Yes, we do a little trolling. Yeah. The only thing about that scene that I thought was weird was the fact that he went and put the diaper in the machine, and then I was just like, oh no, did he leave the baby on the changing table? Is the baby gonna fall? Like, that was just my weird self because I work at a preschool and stuff. I mean, I don't anymore. I worked at one for 4 years, and that was like 5 years ago, which is crazy. Babies are innocently evil? That is very interesting. How bad are vampire baby diapers? Thankfully, Anselma did not have to figure that out. They quickly took that baby back to where it belonged. You remember? Put that thing back where it came from, where so help me. Yeah, that's basically what they did. They put that thing back where it came from, and then they got the real baby and took it back to the parents. Yep, dude, you strapped the baby down. Yeah. Diaper was still attached to the baby, of course. What happened to the baby? Exactly. I was just like, wait, what? Because I was just not thinking. I mean, my brain was thinking something else. But the story and the way he talked to himself like that was a cool little moment. And like how he thought that he took the gurgling as a reply and stuff. That was pretty cool. I like that. Like, that's a scene that I could imagine happening, like a movie or a show. Like, it comes on where somebody's changing a diaper and then they're talking to themselves and the baby's like, caca. And it's like, okay. Like that. That's funny. And that's cool. Where do you strap the baby down at? Yes, to the changing table. Most changing tables have little buckles, like a seat. They do. What? Wild Zoo Guy doesn't know anything about babies. Wild Zoo Guy is like Pret. So basically, Colonel Pret, we know him as Realist. He was playing in our D&D game, and he doesn't really... he was like, I'm letting Anselma handle the baby. I have no idea about any babies. But yes, Wild Zoo Guy, if you see yes, you need to learn to baby. Yes, learn to baby. Yes, Captain, Monsters Inc. Put that thing back where it came from, where so help me. Yes. How do you change the... Okay. Oh my goodness. Wild Zoo Guy. Okay. Okay. Imagine a bed just laying down, okay? And then imagine there's a... Like, look at this keyboard, okay? This is a nice keyboard. Nice keyboard. Now we have a baby. Let's say that this baby is my little bunny ears. You put the baby onto the changing table, okay? This is the baby's head. This is the baby's stomach. This is the baby's legs. We strap like a seatbelt right here over the baby's stomach. And it's a little buckle. It's like one of those little, you know, like in a shopping cart, you have those little cheap buckles that buckle. It's like that. And you strap the baby like this. And then you change the diaper with the legs here, wipe, change the diaper, and then you're done. And then you can unbuckle the baby, pick the baby up. That's how it goes. Well, the guy has never done that, I guess. Una says, that's a good point. They manage with no changing table, but it might be easier to say he takes the baby to a crib, easier than explaining the crib, and they just change them in there. What? They changed the baby in the crib? That's interesting. I mean, you could... I don't know. Itanchi! Hello. Welcome to the stream. Now I want a baby transformer toy that becomes a crib. What? That's hilarious! A baby transformer toy that becomes a crib. That's so funny. Naked baby diaper, no buckle round thee. Start eating the baby from the feet up. What on earth, Colonel? I have a feeling he's going to regret that choice. Yes, weak buckle. That is unsanitary. Wait, what is unsanitary? Okay, anyways. What? Jelly babies. Yeah, jelly babies, what are those? Those are candies. Anyways. Wow, lots of talk about babies. This is a very interesting episode. Yeah, so thank you, Una, for sharing that. And I can let you know more about it in the server, because I know that's where we're doing camp stuff. Changing in the crib is unsanitary. Yes, it is. But yeah, so basically we had little mats that we put under the baby. You can do what we teens had to do in nursery, which was move the mat to the floor. If you change the baby on the floor, they can't roll off. Yeah. It depends on how you do it and what you use. Certainly don't know about that. Yeah. Uh-oh. Wild Zoo Guy says, hey, everybody, I'm publicizing this. Another thing learned from Joe. But yeah, so basically the, I don't know. I don't know. My mind just went to that. But most people's mind probably didn't go to that in that scene. I was just like, wait, he just left the baby? I just imagined the baby's up on a table, but it probably wasn't on the table. It's fine. Especially because this is an orphanage also. And I don't know what kind of... And it sounds like they have nappies that have... Like, they're cloth. They're not even... You throw them away. So this is kind of old school. So I doubt if they had a changing table with a buckle on it. I feel like they probably just change. Even if it's in the crib, it could be unsanitary like Samar said, but I just feel like that's how they are. Like, this seems like this kind of orphanage. I don't know exactly. Oh no! Well, oh my goodness. Well, Two Guys quoting thing. If you don't know what he's quoting, it's very funny to read that. Sure as heck ain't mine. Samara says, my parents had a changeling table and cloth diapers. I mean, not a changeling table. Oh no, a changing table. I'm still thinking about the changeling from Colonel's game. Thankfully, we did not have to change the changeling. Babies don't have stomach. They have black holes. Oh, because they eat endlessly. Yeah. They eat so much because they're growing. They're growing. Do you know babies grow as fast as they can? As fat. Like, babies grow so fast. Honestly, if you pay attention, that section of time, like the first year, even the first like 3 years, babies grow so fast. Their head grows, their legs grow, everything grows. They just grow. Like, they're one of those toys that you just like put in the water and then it starts expanding. Because if you pay attention, there's like clothes for 1 month, and there's clothes for 2 months, clothes for 3 months, clothes for 6 months, clothes for 9 months, clothes for... And it's like, why? Because every month the baby is growing and it can't fit the clothes anymore. That's why I'm very like weirded out when people like buy expensive Nikes for a baby for when they can't even walk. So why are you putting that on them for another? They're gonna outgrow them in like 2 days. So why are you spending all that money? Samar wants a changeling table. You were only 5 pounds at birth. Oh, little fairy Samar. You're a Samar fae. Anyway, you're a fairy. That's why. Baby transformer turns into a crib. I want that, says Captain. Una says, last time I witnessed a diaper changing, they did it on a bed. I don't even know if changing tables are used here. They probably aren't. I doubt. Like, the vibes I was getting from the story, I just honestly don't imagine that it was even like that. Like, for one, Una, you did a great job in making me not think that it was like, okay, it's a disposable diaper. It's disposable wipes. It's trash can. Like, no, it was literally, it kind of felt backdated a bit. And And it made me think that, like, this is an orphanage. They went in a secret passage. They went on a boat and started working. Like, I can imagine that this isn't very highly technological. I mean, at least I would imagine so, reading that short story. Adult bed is fine. I was a month early. King Swaggus says kids gotta have shoe game. Of course, King Swaggus likes all the swag. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. So funny. But yeah, I will tell you a funny story. Una says, which is why people pass the clothes around. Cute little dresses almost new that don't fit anymore. Exactly. Secondhand clothes. People used to just give them to people because... Literally, like the clothes that I wore as a baby, a lot of times, I mean, I'm telling this embarrassing thing, but Wild Zoo Guy does trolling too, so I get to. Some of like my clothes that I had when I was a baby, Wild Zoo Guy just wore them. I mean, they weren't necessarily like gendered clothes or anything. It was like onesies and stuff like that because we were kind of close together. And it's like, why just take these clothes and throw them away? We can give them to the next person. That's something that was very, very common, especially in the older days. But I'm going to tell you a funny, they have laundry machines, which are probably magical. Oh, nice. I mean, I could still imagine if it is like a washing machine, a laundry machine or something, it could still have been more older, like technological. Mechanical. Something like that. Yes, hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs. Exactly. Yeah, so the funny story was this. King Swaggus. So, basically, I told you guys just earlier that I worked at a preschool for 4 years. There was a little kid. His name, I'm not going to say his name necessarily because for one, is not important. But he was just a little boy. He was like 1 or 2. And he wasn't really verbal. He was very intelligent, but he wasn't really verbal. He was very intelligent even for the age that he was. But he just wasn't verbal. So they were trying to like help him. Oh no, it's in ads. If you guys are in ads, ! Ads, I will try to wait until the ads are over so that I can finish the story. In the meantime, what can I do? Something fun. Alright, so for all of you guys who are subscribed and aren't seeing ads, I have these Fruit Slices marshmallows. Fruit Slice marshmallows. And we haven't tried them yet. I got these because I was trying to get fun summer stuff and like spring stuff. So we have these. Also, we have flower marshmallows. And I've tried to get these also because like spring. But it's almost the end of Adventure April. And nobody redeemed for me to roast these marshmallows, but I have them. Samar says, if you're in ads, ! Ads, or Wordy will be confused. Yes, but it looks like everybody's not in ads. Everybody's seeing it. I mean, I understand why King isn't and Samar, because King and Samar are subscribed. Colonel subscribed too. Wordy loves her marshmallows. Yes, I do. There should be 10 seconds left in the ad. But guess what? Sometimes when this happens, they tell me an ad is running, and then after they say that you guys are back, then the ad really runs. So if you guys aren't in ads, but you... Oh no. Hello there, General Kenobi. Hello, Artsy Bible Nerd. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Samar has redeemed a Roasty Toasty, so we can try these out. Ads are gone. Great. Awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so I was telling you guys the story about the little kid. So I was working at the preschool. There was a little kid, very smart, very intelligent. He was like 1 or 2. He was not verbal, but he was very intelligent. He could walk, everything. He went to lunch because he was so, kind of a little bit advanced. So they were like putting him at the lunch table with the rest of the kids that were he was transitioning into my class because I got the kids that they are coming out of the nursery and they are learning how to go to the bathroom, learning how to, do stuff so that they could get to the big kid class. Zamar says, I tell people to give 9 month clothes 6 months. Stay away from the current season at baby showers because sometimes babies grow too fast and often end up out of 3 months, 0 to 3 months clothes sooner than expected. Exactly. Whenever I'm giving a baby clothes, especially like at a baby shower, everybody's gonna give outfits. And all the outfits are going to be so cute. And the baby will outgrow all the outfits before they can wear them. Because that's the quick phase. So what you want to do is get them clothes for later. Because the first thing that the parents are going to do is, oh, all these outfits are so cute. I'm going to wear this like right now. No, because you're not going to be... That baby is not going to be able to fit it for the next 2 hours. The baby is going to instantly grow. The best gift you can do is either give something that's needed, like diapers or something, or I like to even give a gift card so that the parents can shop for their own clothes. But if there's a lady, we used to work together. She's like, I like when you pick out clothes because they're cute. I'm like, okay, so I have to try to project a little bit. I'm like, what size does she wear? And then she tells me. I'm like, okay. And I ask again because I'm like, they grow so fast. Please tell me again. Make sure. Before I send it over there because I don't... And then a lot of times when I send stuff to people, like if you send something to somebody, they a lot of times will be like, oh, thank you because you sent it. But then if they really can't fit it, it's like, well, what am I going to do with this? So I want to make sure that what I give is used and needed. Yes, they are on clearance. Una says, I've heard that when buying presents for newborns, exactly. And a toy, yes, a toy. Toys are less outgrowable. I mean, they will outgrow them shortly, but they have more shelf life. Colonel says, when I'm giving a baby to a troll to eat, I keep the clothing for other babies. What? Colonel. Captain Inkpin will appreciate Colonel's sentiments this stream. And this is so considerate of you, I guess. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to tell you about this baby. So, he went to lunch. Okay, he went to lunch. He came back. We went to sleep. Little nap time. Wake up from nap time. We're like, where's your shoe? He had one shoe on. His other shoe was gone. When he we looked everywhere for that shoe, could not find it. Now after lunch, because this was a private preschool in a church, so the janitors would come by and take the trash out immediately, so that the trash isn't just sitting there after the kids ate and threw their stuff away. We figured that he got up and put his shoe in the trash. That's probably what he did. Because we remembered him getting up during lunch, and we were like, what did he do? Oh, he probably just threw his plate in the trash. Howdy, Danny. Hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so then we were like, oh my goodness. This, just bless. The janitor went out to look into the trash. He went out, looked in the dumpster, trying to find this boy's shoe. His shoe was Nike shoe. His parents were very disappointed, and they were like, where's the shoe? We did all we could to find the shoe. We weren't getting paid extra anything. We were just trying to help find the shoe. We never found the shoe. We thank the janitor so much because he did so much trying to help find that shoe. I felt so bad. And the director had to end up making out a check to the parents for the shoe. Why would you give a little kid these shoes? Like, it's just like he's going to outgrow it tomorrow. Already, he's not verbal. He's very intelligent, though. But he's not verbal. So when you ask, where's your shoe? He's not going to tell you. I mean, I just don't see the logic in putting these. Another thing happened at the preschool as well. So you guys might know Sesame Street Live. Danny says, that reminds me, I forgot to take out the trash yesterday. Make sure, Danny, that a shoe is not in the trash before you take it out. Yes, they take shoes and socks off all the time. They do. Wellesley goes, no. I wonder about the logic on that. Oh, a bit of sauce fell on the shoe. I guess I should put it in the trash. Oh, no, that's probably what he thought. I never thought of why he put it in the trash, but you're right. What if that is? Well, so guys, it's not Sesame Street Live. Yes, so Sesame Street Live. I love Sesame Street Live. Even when I was an adult, we would sometimes still go. But it's a hectic nightmare. Yes, Bert and Ernie were using hand sanitizer. Last time I went with Wild Guy, Josiah Source, and my little sister. This was a long time ago. This was before COVID, wasn't it? Yes. We never went back after COVID, but we were just we're not like little kids. I don't care. Funny story. I love Sesame Street. I'm telling you, Bert was getting down. He was dancing. Oscar was getting down. It's cool. Never mind. Anyways, Bert and Ernie were doing meet and greets. They were shaking all the kids' hands, and then we saw them go over there and get hand sanitizer. I'm like, yes, guys, get your hand sanitizer. Those kids are germy. Yes, every time you go to Sesame Street Live, it can be a shell shock to your immune system. You might get sick. Just letting you know. Because so many kids are there. Una says the shoe was found there, right? No, the shoe was never found. It will never be found. We will never know what happened to the shoe. Una, we will never know. But our guess is that it went into the trash. Because that's the last time anybody saw he had the shoe. When he woke up from nap, he didn't have it on. Because they will go to their cot, lay down, and they take their shoes off under their cot. There was literally no other place that he could have the shoe. So we just assume it was in the trash. But maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea where else it could be, honestly. And yeah, we cleaned out the whole preschool because it closed down. And I feel like we would have found the shoe somewhere if he had not thrown it in the trash. I feel like it went into the trash. But still, technically, it's unsolved mystery. Yeah, but anyway, Sesame Street Live. We went. There was another little boy. This is a different boy. This boy was verbal. He was even older than this other boy. He was like kind of loud and he was happy. He was ready for Sesame Street. We went to Sesame Street. It was winter, of course. Sesame Street Live always comes in February. That's another thing. It can be so hectic. Everybody has coats, hats, scarves, gloves, everything. And then one of the parents is going to buy their kid one of the little spinny light up Elmo things. And every single kid wanted one. I'm like, oh my God. Why? These kids don't understand. Don't do that. And then she was just like, ah, because she doesn't realize that now she's making everybody jealous. Everybody starts crying. And I'm just like, oh no, migraine, sending Hosimer. Toddler plague is how they built the immune system. Exactly. Yeah, so to tell you guys, when I first started working at the preschool, I got sick too much because I had not been around kids like that. But I did build up my immune system after working at the preschool for some time. But yeah, that was a lot. Sometimes you don't get what you want. Gotta learn that early. Yeah, well, I guess so. Danny says, I could hardly ever nap during nap time. Yeah, true. King Swagga says, kids spread so many germs. All my friends who are parents of toddlers are always getting sick. Yeah, exactly. Toddler plague, says Samar. Yeah, when you send your kid somewhere with other kids, they come back sick. You get sick. Horrible. Oh, those cause migraines. Okay, I'm glad you don't have one right now. Thankfully, not currently migraine-y. That is awesome. I'm so glad. I was like, let me not talk loud so Samar won't have to turn off my stream. All right, so yes, those little things, those spinny things, they have the little spinny lights and all that stuff. Now, all that stuff is happening. We finally actually make it through the show. They enjoy the show. We don't lose any kids, thankfully. We get back on the bus. Everything's good. We go back to the school. Everything's good. They take a nap. Everything's good. They wake up. Their parents start coming to pick them up. The parents are going to say, where's his hat? And I'm like, I don't know. We didn't notice he didn't have his hat. So we looked in the coat room. We looked everywhere. The bus driver, once again, these people are so nice. These people are part of the church. The janitor, the bus driver, they're not getting paid to do this. He went out to his bus, scoured the bus, looking for this hat. It was not there. I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I mean, we went to Sesame Street Live. Do you know how many kids are there? It's probably under a seat somewhere in Fox Theater. Hat? What's that? Never heard of him. Exactly. He didn't miss his hat. He was just watching Sesame Street. And it was because it had a Nike check on the hat. Once again, the director had to issue a check to the parent for the hat. I'm just like, this boy is so small, he's not going to even be able to fit the hat in the next year. AJ, thank you for contributing a total of 4,000. Danny has contributed 6,000. Oh my goodness, you guys are getting up there. What, the hat? Another kind of plague, yeah. We had pox parties for chicken pox when I was little. Oh no. Horrible. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, please don't buy your kids designer stuff. Then we also had a kid that was he had designer drip on every day. And when we went out to play, he would just go sit down next to the teacher and say, oh, my mom doesn't want me to play because it's muddy out here. I'm going to get my clothes messed up. I'm like, okay, well, you can't play. I mean, at least he knows he can't play. I guess he probably got in trouble because sometimes after class, when I'm waiting for the parents to pick them up, they would come and say, they would say, there was another kid. It wasn't even him. He was like, my mom got mad at me because my clothes were muddy. So-and-so, and I'm like, wow, why are you guys putting these clothes on the kids? Let them play. Let them wear regular clothes. One of my teachers said, toddler keeps running around sneezing and coughing, but having their fun anyway, while the parent are in bed with fever, feeling like they're battling death itself. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. Somehow the kids are very, even when they get sick, a lot of times they are still able to go. And then the parents are just feeling bogged down, what is this? And it's the kids are just carrying it. They're just carrying it for you. They're okay. Well, Zugai has contributed. Thank you. AJ is on a 15 stream streak. Whoa, that is a lot. Yes, let kids have fun. That's what I'm saying. I'm it's sad sometimes. So, it was quite something to be working at the preschool. Let me get a skewer really quick. Because Samara had redeemed for me to roast a toast to marshmallow, and I still didn't do it. I actually need to get more candles. I need to buy more candles. Because these candles are out. So I put another candle in there, but that candle is too small. What I'm gonna do is use a little tea light candle. Did you want the flower marshmallow or the fruit marshmallow? Let me know, Samar. Don't send them to daycare or school sick. Exactly. Colonel says, I'm thinking of a town now filled with toddlers running around sneezing over a group of adventurers. That sounds very interesting, to say the least. I probably wouldn't want to go to that town. Okay. Alright, so we'll use that. I still need to get more candles. Flowers, you said? Now that sounds like an actual threat. Yes. Oh no, Zamar has redeemed a gift for the chat. We will see what gift the chat will get. Hold on. Okay. Flowers. They don't really look like flowers because they look like they've been smashed. Wait. See, it's kind of a flower. It's supposed to look like that. But they're kind of flowers. Colonel says one of them is a cat. What, a cat kid? Okay. Yep, flowers at the right angle. True. And I'm gonna go ahead and spin the gift wheel in a moment. Okay. Flowers. The toddler was a tiger or a dino. Oh, you're saying one of the adventures are a cat. Yep, I got it. Interesting flavor. I don't even know what flavor this is. Interesting. Okay. Thank you to Samar for redeeming that. Yes, because I said something about it. Sorry about that. I wasn't obligating you to do anything. Oh, you're saying the one that you watched was sometimes a tiger and sometimes a dino. Makes sense. Makes sense. Una says, would work nice on a TTRPG session, but you risk the game ending because the adventurers are all sick and go back home just to get some sleep and soup. Yep, sounds about right. Colonel will love that. And Colonel sometimes likes to add horror elements, so I wouldn't be surprised if these children are all the vampiric not tieflings, but changeling children that we had to deal with last time. Is it flower-ish? Maybe it is flower-ish. Maybe it tastes like a flower. I'm gonna eat one without roasting it and see what happens. It smells like... Okay. It's gonna sound weird, but it smells a little bit like bubble mix. You know how bubble mix smells? It smells a little bit like bubble mix. And it tastes a little bit like how Play-Doh smells. I'm just like, what? I need to eat another one. Like, this tastes like what you think Play-Doh would taste like. Like, it's not bad, but it's just like... It's funny. Do we have a healer? Some of the players can heal, and Selma has a little bit of... Like, she has some berries. I think she has some healing abilities because she's a ranger and she's very resourceful. Where's the toddler's town? Who's in charge? Yeah, so there was a show that used to come on. I forgot what it was called, but it was where they would have kids trying to build their own town. It was like a reality game show type thing. Was it called Utopia or something? I don't know. That was a very entertaining, funny show. But it didn't last long. I remember watching it. Yes, the Play-Doh isn't bad tasting, but I wouldn't eat it deliberately. I assume you've eaten it before then. Play-Doh tastes horrible. Both of you have eaten Play-Doh before. Kidtopia. Maybe it was Kidtopia. Yeah, why do you know that? Una's like, why do you guys know how Play-Doh tastes? I don't know how it tastes. That's why I said it tastes the way Play-Doh smells. I've smelled it before. I don't remember tasting it. Yeah, exactly. And I was asking you guys, how on earth do you guys know how Play-Doh tastes? It was on my fingers. I didn't realize. Ah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was probably called Kidtopia. I remember that show. That was fun. That was fun. It was like a western town they were trying to make. You must have off-brand. Yeah, maybe. Well, you guys, does it taste like chemical? All right, so I guess the regular real Play-Doh tastes good, or maybe it might also be. Exactly. Wild Guy has tasted many things. You have a videographic memory, but you also probably you have like I have some memory that is triggered by scents, certain scents, and certain textures, and certain tastes, where I can like remember vividly how something smelled, tasted, or feels. Yeah, Play-Doh tastes salty. Like, now, when you guys were thinking about that, I was like, I think I remember one time maybe licking Play-Doh and thinking it tastes salty. And just smelling it, it doesn't smell like it'll taste like that. But I said, did I do that? Or am I imagining it tastes salty? But now that you say it tastes salty, then I think I did taste Play-Doh then. Sorry. I did too. I'm guilty as well. Because I just remember, like, licking it quickly and saying, it tastes salty. Real brand is basically flour dough. Yeah, exactly. So this is another thing. A lot of times, hopefully they still have not. Yeah, because sometimes also we used to make our own kind of dough. So it may have been some homemade stuff that I tried. Never knew of Play-Doh until my little cousin mentioned when I was basically an adult. Yeah, that's fine. Play-Doh tastes good. Ew. No, Captain, why do you know? Like flour, oil, and salt. You can taste the dye and the fragrance. Mine didn't smell like something I would want to taste. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. So different kinds. Some people probably don't have the Play-Doh brand, but Play-Doh brand, when I open it, it smells kind of weirdly sweet, and it smells like this might taste okay if I eat it. Like it doesn't smell like I really want to eat it. It just smells like that smells kind of good. Like that's a scent that I think at least smells kind of good. Maybe you had clay. Yeah, maybe it was clay. They make it basically edible because kids will put it in their mouth. Exactly. You had unscented Play-Doh brand. Okay. Well, we have some. That's another thing. Depending on the year, because I know you are a little older than Wild Zoo Guy, so depending on when you had the Play-Doh, you probably either if brands changed their recipe or something like that, or they didn't have this new. Sometimes they will like move away from things, especially as things as like time goes on and things get more expensive, then they start cutting corners and stuff like that. Clay tastes totally different. Yes, of course. Yeah, Wild Zoo Guy was asking is Una had clay. Una says, I never know what to think of Ink Pen's input about something being or tasting good. Exactly. Samara was 80s, 90s. Okay, cool. Captain Inkpen says, Mama Inkpen banned Play-Doh from the house because I eat the whole bucket and more than one. Oh my goodness. No. Don't do that. That sounds horrible. Please don't do that. I think the banning Play-Doh from the house is a good decision if that's what you were doing. I've known people who ban Play-Doh from the house not because of that, but because it gets in the carpet. And when Play-Doh gets into the carpet, it dries up. It's so sharp, and then you keep hitting your foot, and you're like, "What is this?" And then you have to try to pick it out of the carpet. It's horrible. That's the problem. There's a lot of people who are like, "I don't want that in my house. It's messy." I knew kids who used to eat gum. Yeah. Ugh. I remember accidentally swallowing gum and being so scared because I thought that something bad was going to happen to me. Like, I had gum, and then I was kind of halfway going to sleep, and then when I woke up, I, like, naturally swallowed. And I said, oh, no, gum! And I was literally scared that something bad was going to happen to me because I ate one piece of gum accidentally. Another thing was, and I'm telling you guys all these funny stories. Not going to have anything left. But yeah, one time I was sitting on the couch. We were watching probably like was it like an Indiana Jones movie or something? It was something kind of thrilling or something kind of scary. So I didn't want to get up because the lights were all off. We were all watching the movie sitting on the couch. I was eating like a pear or something. And I was just so enthralled by the movie that I ate the whole pear. Literally, the stem, the peel, the seeds, everything. And then I realized what I did. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I literally thought that a tree was going to grow inside of me, as people would say. I used to hear people say that if you eat seeds, a tree might grow inside of you. So I was scared. And I didn't want to tell anybody that I accidentally ate it. And then I finally told somebody, and Mom was like, it's okay. Mama Faye only allowed name brand Crayola and Play-Doh because of issues with lead and stuff in off-brands. Yeah, I remember when that was a big deal. It's very sad. A lot of toys and stuff got recalled because they were using lead paint. But it's good that you had the brand name for that reason. Captain says I eat the Play-Doh and vomit 2 days later. Oh no! That's horrible! Samar thought the same thing about eating seeds. Yeah. I got given some crayons with little pandas on them, and Mom took them away because they were made in China. Play-Doh is food and toy mostly food. Pear gross. Why? Captain Inkpen doesn't like anybody talking about or eating anything healthy. It's like, pears are good. I like them. It was a really sweet, juicy, soft pear. So much to the point where it wasn't even like harsh to eat the core. Like if it was too harsh, I wouldn't have eaten it. It was just like one of those very soft pears where it's like hardly a core. It's just the seeds are in there. And I just ate it. I thought watermelon seeds would grow a tree too. Exactly, me too. We used to eat watermelon as well. Sometimes we would get the seedless one, but sometimes we would get the seeded one. And then when I accidentally eat a seed, I'm like, oh no, wait. Oh no. It's like it's not that big a deal. I've heard of some strange off cases of weird stuff happening, but it's just not like a tree erupts out of your stomach. I think we were just a little worried about that because, like, things that people used to tell us. Yes, pears are high in sugar. Most fruits are. I remember the tree myth with love. Good one, Una. Okay. It looks like some of you are in ads. If you're not in an ad, it's okay. But if you are in an ad, sorry. We're going to see if we can start another sprint. We can keep chatting because it's fun to chat. Really cool chats we're having today. Where is the... There it is. Okay. I'm trying to hide this. Okay. Let's see. How long we will. Your stomach acid can break down most things. Exactly. 19-minute sprint. Alright, if you'd like to join the Discord server, feel free. Drat. I knew I should have. Anyways, the link is in the chat. Anyway. Okay, it's saying that you guys are out of ads, I think. Are you guys out of ads? Please let me know. If so, great. We're about to start another sprint for 19 minutes. But we can still keep chatting. It's fine to keep chatting. Once the clock starts here, I will start the clock in the server here. I mean, in the stream here, right there. Okay. I think you guys are back. Okay. So let's see. Why we never realized a tree can't grow in the dark, I will never know. Oh. Yeah, exactly. You're not getting sun inside your belly. Now, if it's a plant that can grow in deep, dark, moist, damp caves and stuff, then you might have a problem. Fruits healthy, my mortal enemy, number 5. Wow. Una says the others go to the appendix, no big deal unless it becomes a big deal. Exactly. Oops. Yes, fruits are basically like plant candy. My parents would say nature's candy. Nature's candy. They go to intestines and out the other end. Yeah, so if something does go to the appendix, it can literally, I mean, that doesn't have to be because it's a seed. Anything can go to the appendix, and then it will become a problem. So I don't think that it being a seed will do anything. Like, I think personally, thankfully I haven't had any kind of problem with my appendix, but I've heard of people having to get it removed and stuff like that. Seeds don't fit? Okay, good to know. 1836 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. If you are sprinting, feel free. If not, no worries. We can still continue chatting. Okay. Bacteria fits. It stores back up gut flora? Backup gut flora? Interesting. Alright, so yeah. What was I about to say? I was about to say something or do something. Oh yeah, Samar did redeem a gift for the chat. Gift for the chat. Okay. Gift for chat. Alright, let's see what happens. Here we go. A new wardrobe edition for Wordy. Alright, so that means you get to choose something that I get to put on. It could be a new weird hat. It could be a weird costume. It could be whatever you like. If I say no, then of course I'll say no, but you can suggest anything. Also, I still am going to try to order those prickly pear candies, because that is the last thing you did. You made me have to order prickly pear candies to eat on the stream, and I will try to do that soon. So yeah, feel free to, yep, it's a hat. You want another hat? Okay. Is there a particular type of hat you think you would like me to wear on the stream? Let me know. And if I already have that kind of hat, then I will wear it. If I don't, then I will get it. No, you just want a random new hat. Okay. Have fun picking. Okay. Well, I suppose I probably already have one, and I probably will bring it out, hopefully next month. So I need to get my May schedule together. I wonder, what am I going to stream in May? And I also have to get the ECC launched. I'm probably not going to launch the ECC immediately in May. It's probably going to be announced in May. So, yeah. Okay. I have a lot that I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, 15:51 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. And, yes, thank you so much to Samar again for picking a wardrobe edition for me. Hopefully you will see it next month. I think I have the thing that I wanted, because I was going to do something this year, but then it got kind of overthrown by stuff. But I really want to show you guys something that I have, and I know I didn't put it on the stream, so I'm gonna bring that out. Plants can't photosynthesize to make food in the dark. Exactly. So there are some plants that can survive in minimal light, but a lot of times, even though there will be like stuff like moss and stuff like that, which is technically like organisms, like mushrooms aren't plants. They're like fungus. So yeah, but makes a plant a plant doesn't make it where usual plants can just survive in your stomach. Yeah, so that was a proper misconception there. fungi are closely related to animals. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna keep chatting, of course. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the thing that I'm supposed to be working on, and I will get some keyboard ASMR for you guys as well, if you guys would like that. Yep, they do not grow from seeds. Yeah, it's just funny to think about the things that used to be, I guess, things that we used to believe. Only parasitic plants could be in the dark, but they need a host plant in the light, and we aren't plants, exactly. It's just completely not conducive to plant growth at all whatsoever. The connections are all wrong, exactly. But since they didn't know all this stuff, they just thought that that's probably going to happen. Yes, we were little. Exactly. So clearly we would even believe what they're saying, because you're like, oh my goodness, they know that can happen, so it must be true. Yeah, our gut flora are in a symbiotic relationship with us, and without them, after a bunch of antibiotics, we suffer. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just didn't know that gut flora. I just didn't hear that before. But yeah, I get it. Yep, flora like flora and fauna. Yep, that's what I thought. So this is why I got confused, because when you said gut flora, I thought you were just making a joke about a tree growing inside of you. But if that's what it's really called, that's very interesting. I'm going to roll some dice for an experiment. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna let you guys see me rolling the dice. Alright, so first we're going to roll once. Okay. Nope, it means microbes, usually bacteria and sometimes fungi, who help us to do the human thing, and they can account for up to half our cells. Yeah, that's interesting to know. I just didn't know that term before. And since we were talking about plants, naturally when you said gut flora, I just thought that you were talking about the plants. But that's interesting to know that term. I don't think I've heard that term before. It just did 651 and it did 651 again. This isn't random. Okay. Please stop doing 651. Okay. 2. That means it is random. Yeah, that's true. If it's really random, then... Well, I don't have to roll again. The last number left is 4. Okay, got it. Alright, 7:30 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Ah, drat. I forgot. I was supposed to do it again. I need a D4 this time. Random versus fate. Isn't it annoying when that happens? 651 do be pretty random, says Danny. The Lament is here. Hello. What is the dice for? Oh, yes. I'm just working on something in behind the curtain, and it's dealing with my Adventure April game. So I was just doing this to test something out, but you guys can see it if you like. It's just boring. It's just stats for characters. If you counted the cells in a human, as many would be our symbiotes normally. Yes. As would be human cells. Yep, it's okay. Yep, feel free to do what you need to do, Smart. Make sure you eat something as well. That requires moving though. Yeah, understandable. Cat says I need to feed her. Yeah, so if you get up to feed the cat, you can also get food and meds. Mia. She's replying to me enthusiastically. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, guess what? Be nice to tomorrow, okay? Cat food. Me, yeah. Aw. Is that Angel? Thought so. It's my birthday twin. Hello, Angel. She's saying food. Okay. I know you're hungry. Samara's a little bit tired. Ah, I'm not even showing the clock. There's only 1 minute left on the clock, all these printers out there. Is this Captain Kraken? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How goes the writing progress? It is going. How are you? Time's up. I didn't get much done, but we did chat a bit. Let's see how many words I managed. 68, 16. Only 59 new words. You're quite well. Just working on a painting. Nice! What kind of painting is that? Angel has been fed. Yay! What kind of painting? I love paintings. Sunflowers. Oh, nice. Much success with the painting. I would love to see it when you're done. Are you part of our Discord server? If not, no worries. But we would love to see it. You could just drop by a stream, I guess, when it's done and put the link. Or if you would like to join the Discord, if you're not there already, you can feel free to click that link in the chat that Handsome goes. But my mother's birthday is soon, and her sunroom is sunflower floral themed, so I'm doing it as a gift. Oh, that's so sweet. Much success with the painting. Sounds really nice. Alrighty. Well, I've now been streaming for about 2 hours, and I know you guys are probably going to be like, what? You're going to leave already? But, yeah, I apologize for cutting the stream a little bit short. I just do need to go. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was very nice to chill with you guys, stream, chat a lot. We didn't do much sprinting, but we did some chatting, and that's good. Other cats have food, and you have food. Yay! I'm so glad. Well, guess what? I actually need food. I need food also. So that's why I probably need to go. Give them more food. I'm a bad influence. No, you're a good influence. Because you gave cats good food, and you have food, and you're going to take meds, so you're encouraging people to take care of themselves. Much love. Scratches and rubs. Yes. You influenced me to chat and not right now. That's fine. It's good to chat with you guys. I wanted to go live today and say hi. I started to cancel the stream. I said, you know what? People wanted me to stream. I'm just going to say hi. I'm going to chat a little bit. So it's good to chat. We had good conversations about babies, plants, everything. Weird name brand shoes and hats. Sesame Street Live. It was a very fun, yes, baby plants. Yeah. It was a very fun chat today. I shall influence you all to go watch anime. Haha. Well, maybe. I don't know if there's writers in here. If there's a lot of writers in here who still want to do sprints, I can raid the Game of Tomes. But I don't think well, Captain Kraken is writing. No, Captain Kraken is painting sunflowers, so that's not writing. So yeah, I don't know. Who do you guys think I should, raid? I am chaosing. Yes. So the Ko-fi bot is in the chat to let you know that if you do donate while I'm on stream, fun things can happen. I haven't written in over a week. That's okay. Sending hugs. You're doing good. You're working on the painting. That's nice. And you have a deadline for that too. I haven't written. Well, I've written yesterday. I wrote a little yesterday. But I really need to get this stuff done today because Adventure April's over. Adventure April ends tomorrow. So, yeah. I really need to get stuff done. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to see if there's anybody that I can raid. We have Game of Tomes. We have... Oh, the tiger is riding today. We raided him yesterday. Not yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday. We raided him Friday. I don't know. We raided him a lot, but it's fine. We were going to raid him again. Alright, so. Fluffy Unicorn Poof. Yeah, I haven't heard of that name. I need to follow them, though. I see Dazzly Cat is also writing. So... Dazzly Cat is writing. Tiger is writing. I don't know about Unicorn Poof. I don't know who Unicorn Poof is. But I would put that in I would try to find it and follow the person. Now I do see Dazzly Cat is writing and doesn't have as many viewers as the tiger. And since we already rated the tiger last time, I think we're just gonna raid Dazzly Cat today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me once again. Keep saying the same thing, but I do appreciate you guys so much. And much love. If you guys don't stay for Dazzly Cat, it's okay. Please do just say hello, hello, hello in the chat, or say word up, or whatever you want to do. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. God bless and much success with whatever you're working on. And I do plan to stream tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will be the last push for Adventure April, because after that, it's going to be May 1st, and Adventure April will be officially concluded. So we'll see what I can do, and we'll see if we're able to actually get the thing done. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys so much. And May isn't allowed. You may not. It's too hot already, oh man. May the 4th be with you, Star Wars fanfic. Here's a little hint. So basically, I'm planning on doing something for May the 4th. I might stream. I might. Just letting you guys know. But yes, I've been thinking about it already. My hair is not long enough to get Leia buns, but I was like, Leia did have the braided crown. So I might do that. With these headphones, it looks like Leia buns enough, I guess. I actually have some cute shirts that one says "May the Lord be with you," like in the Star Wars font, and then one says "The faith is strong" with this one. But I think I want to wear like my white, because I have a white flowy thing with the sleeves, and I'm like, this could be Leia. So I don't know. Stay tuned. I don't have my May schedule up. Oh no, if people in ads. I don't want to go away until they come back from the ads. If you're in an ad, sorry. Sending hugs. If you aren't in an ad, here's something fun. I got these because I was just a little bit intrigued. They are green bean chips. Kind of like, I guess, the, they have sweet pea chips. So, these are green bean chips. And I think maybe if I dip them in ranch or something, they'll be okay. They taste okay. I tasted them before. I'm like, I think I want to dip them in something. Because they taste like good chips, but I guess the texture gets weird because it starts tasting like a green bean, but it's the wrong texture. But like if I dip them in ranch or something, they might... Yep, sprinkle ranch powder on them. That might be good. Like seasoning. Dip them in love. Interesting. Captain Crackton says, I really love the background. Is that wallpaper or just photography backdrop? That is a photography backdrop. I change it every... You see, I can touch it now. I change it every month, so in May I'm going to have something different. Dip them in the ketchup of your enemies, huh? Interesting. It's real! Gasp. Yeah, I change it every month. I literally change these. It's not a green screen or anything, because I don't like when it's a green screen and then it just makes it like when I'm trying to show you guys stuff, then it's just like and it doesn't show you because it thinks that's part of the background. Also, I've seen people like doing a lot of talking with their hands and then you see around their fingers it's green because they're moving too fast. I'm just like, I don't want that. I just want it to be like a regular place. So I just get different backdrops for different months of the year and different fancy events, and then I just switch them out. So in May I'll have something different. I have this because it's camp. I'm wearing my camping hat. We are out in the woods. We had a campfire, but the candles burned out. I need to get some more candles. I saw a bird dip a tent caterpillar in ketchup. A tent caterpillar? Is that a species of caterpillar? That's very interesting. But yeah, wow, that's interesting. Dipping it in ketchup. The Lament says, wait, that's a sheet type backdrop? Yes, it is. I don't know. A lot of people think, I don't know what people think it is. They thought, did you guys think it was a green screen all the time? One known for defoliating trees. Interesting. So yeah, so I guess the bird grabbed it and dipped it in ketchup. That's very interesting. I wouldn't dip worms in ketchup. I wouldn't eat worms. But I hope it tastes good, bird. It rubbed the spines off on the ground and then hopped over and rubbed it in ketchup on the ground. Honestly thought it was either a green screen or a wallpaper. Oh yeah, no. So the funny thing is, if you go back and watch some of my other streams, like even if you don't actually watch the streams, I do have a YouTube channel. Do I have a command for YouTube? No, I don't. I have a command for follow. Okay, so if you go to my link that Handsome Co-host put in the chat, it will take you to my social media page. You can follow me on all the social medias. YouTube is up there as well, and you can follow me on YouTube. I would love to have a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on YouTube, and it will just help me because I post all the videos that I stream here. I just post them over there too. So some people watch them after the fact. But yeah, if you subscribe there, it would be much appreciated. I don't have enough subscribers over there to do stuff. But yeah, if you just look at my playlists, like you will see in Valentine's Day, I had a different one. In Christmas, I had like a Christmas tree, and you will see all that kind of stuff. But in addition to that, you will probably see a long time ago, when I first started, I had a white background. It looked very not streamer. So then one year, I just decided for camp, I just was going to get this. And I said, you know what? Cool. Wow. And then after camp, I said, I don't want to take that down. The white background looks annoying. So then I got something for the next thing. And then I said, okay, now I have a whole year of stuff. I'll just keep switching them out. Apparently even birds don't think they taste great, but they are plentiful. So I can see why it went for ketchup. And it says delicate taste or punishment because that tree you attacked was my friend. Helped me to raise my children just last month. We will never know. Maybe. Yeah. So anyways, I was about to raid somebody. Thank you guys for stopping by. I just wanted to make sure you guys are back from the ads. I never like to raid in the middle of an ad. That's annoying. So we're going to raid Dazzly Cat. Dazzly Cat is a World Anvilite. And they are writing in their world on World Anvil. It says they're streaming tabletop RPGs, so they're probably working on their Adventure April stuff. So feel free to say hello in the stream. If you cannot stay, it's okay. Just say hello. Please show them some love. And thank you guys so much for joining me again. The college students also helped deal with them once they were told they were an invasive pet species. Oh no. Thanks for stream. Oh, thank you, Una. I appreciate you. Much love, God bless, much success with whatever you're working on. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. We are going to raid Dazzly Cat. Much success with the writing and the reading, yes. Oh, you're saying and the reading. Thank you for reading. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for sharing. Much success with whatever you guys are working on. Have a blessed one. Bye.